this is Miss Gromley with a new edition of Things to Do at Home. I know that with everything closed, even though stuff is opening back up, there's still not a whole lot to do, and you're mostly staying at home. So I want to continue to give you some ideas about some things you can do. And I've got one that will take up several hours of your day and can actually take as long as you want it to. And is really, really fun. It's something that I tried this past weekend. So have you ever heard of a Rube Goldberg machine? I'll bet you have. I'll bet you've even seen one, but maybe you didn't know what it was called. So Rube Goldberg was this guy back in the late 1800s who was really smart, but also he was so smart he could get bored kind of easily. He found a lot of simple things that people enjoyed doing kind of boring. At first, he started off as an engineer who worked with piping systems and sewer systems, but he got bored. So later he became a cartoonist for a newspaper. Now, if you're wondering what that means, a cartoonist for a newspaper would be the person who draws the comic strips. And if you've never seen a comic strip, you can definitely check out any kind of online newspaper, or if your parents get the newspaper, you can just ask them to show you the funnies, because the funnies is what a lot of people call the comic section of the newspaper. Or if you didn't just think of a comic book, a comic strip is like a really short comic book. So a comic book tells you a long story with lots of pictures, but a comic strip tells you a really short story with maybe just 4 or 5 pictures. And when you're looking at them in the newspaper, they're supposed to be kind of funny. What made Rube Goldberg's cartoons funny is that a lot of them featured a machine, lots of different kinds of machines, that did tons of crazy stuff in a chain reaction to accomplish a very simple task, like wiping someone's face with a napkin, or watering a plant, or boiling an egg. Name anything that you would consider a pretty simple task that you could do pretty easily just on your own. But Rube Goldberg liked to draw these machines that would do a long, long chain of events using physics to accomplish that super simple task. And it was meant to be funny, but actually people really enjoy building them. And it's very educational. It really makes you think. So if you'd like something to do this weekend that is going to make you think and going to take up some of your time with some fun, you could try out making a Rube Goldberg system. I should be clear that if you're going to make a Rube Goldberg system, you should get permission from your parents or guardians about everything from around the house you'd like to use. So let me go ahead and give you an example of a Rube Goldberg system. If you'd like to see a really, really fun, complicated one, I'm going to add a video that I really enjoy to this playlist, and so it should come right after this video. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the Rube Goldberg system that I set up. When you're building a Rube Goldberg system, the first thing you want to think about is what task do you want to accomplish? For my Rube Goldberg system, I decided that I wanted to feed my dog. So that meant that I had to get this done in time for my dog's dinner time, which is around 4:30. So when I was doing that last Saturday, I started around 1 o'clock, which means it took me like 3.5 hours to build my system. I know that sounds like a lot of time, but if you're kind of sitting around bored, it's something really fun to do for a few hours. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the system that I built to feed my dog. This is a record player, which is designed to play music from a record by spinning the record on this turntable. Now there's no record here, but when I turn the record player on, it's still going to spin the turntable. So I have a piece of string attached to the turntable so that once it starts spinning, it's going to wind up the string around right here, and that string is going to pull this direction. And it's attached to this cardboard tube, so it's going to pull the tube that way. And what's going to happen when it gets pulled this way a little bit is the marble that is sitting in there but is blocked by this piece of tape is going to be able to come out, and by the force of gravity is going to be pulled down this way and down into the water bottle cap. And then it's going to come out of the spout of the water bottle cap, and at which point it will go down this incline that we've created by placing the 2 rulers here, and collide with the first domino. Of course, you've all seen the domino effect where one domino hits the other and they all fall down together. And then when the last domino falls, it's going to hit this tiny little cat, which, though you probably cannot tell, is very, very heavy. It is made of solid brass. It was a gift. And so when that solid brass cat falls into this cup, since it's pretty heavy, it's going to weigh the cup down. The cup's going to go down, and the string that's holding it up is going to go down with it. Since the string is wrapped around here, as this part of the string goes down, this part of the string will go up, and with it, it will pull the handle of the dog food scoop. At which point the dog food is going to succumb to the force of gravity and fall into the dog's bowl. Hey you, come on. Check out the food. All right, so that is my Rube Goldberg machine. My dog Rascal is happy because he got his dinner, and I had some fun building this machine for a few hours this Saturday, and it was just something that I could do to occupy my time and really make my brain think. So I hope that you enjoyed my Rube Goldberg system as much as I did. I hope you enjoy the video that I'm going to link into this playlist following this video. And I hope that if you're feeling bored in the next season, however long it is that we're stuck at home, that you'll consider making a Rube Goldberg system of your own. Have a great week.